Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. Hello, everyone. Today we're diving into the fascinating history of something most of us use regularly, but probably don't think much about: the humble razor and its essential counterpart, the razor blade. From primitive tools to the high-tech grooming gadgets of today, the evolution of the razor is a journey through time and technology. Our story begins in ancient times. The earliest evidence of shaving dates back to the Egyptians around 3000 BC. They used copper razors and even performed elaborate rituals to remove body hair, as smooth skin was seen as a mark of beauty and cleanliness. This wasn't just limited to the face. The Egyptians practiced full-body hair removal, including on their heads. High-ranking officials, priests, and the nobility were often depicted in art as hairless, emphasizing their status and purity. The process wasn't always pleasant. A mix of beeswax and sugar, known as sugaring, was also used for hair removal. The Egyptians weren't alone. The Mesopotamians and the Indus Valley civilizations also had their versions of shaving tools, often made from sharpened stones, flint, or obsidian. These early razors were crude by today's standards, but they marked the beginning of mankind's long relationship with grooming. In addition to practical purposes, shaving had spiritual and ritualistic significances, symbolizing renewal, purification, and transformation. The Romans took grooming to another level. They were the first to introduce the concept of the barber shop, known as tonsure. Roman men would visit these shops regularly, not only for a shave, but also for socializing and discussing politics. Shaving was a daily ritual for many Roman men, seen as a mark of discipline and a sign of respectability. The phrase clean-shaven became synonymous with Roman sophistication. Razors from this era were typically made of iron and were far more effective than their predecessors. The razors often featured a U-shaped design and were used with a small basin of water and a strigil, a curved metal tool used to scrape off dirt and oil from the skin. Moving into the Middle Ages, shaving practices became less common in Europe. The rise of Christianity and monastic traditions influenced many to grow beards as a symbol of piety. Beards were seen as a symbol of wisdom and respectability among the clergy and the nobility. However, knights and soldiers often shaved to avoid enemies grabbing their beards in battle. The tools for shaving during this period were basic, with small knives or rudimentary razors often serving the purpose. The process was dangerous and uncomfortable, leading many to avoid it unless absolutely necessary. In the Islamic world, however, grooming and personal hygiene remained crucial. Islamic scholars and physicians like al-Zarawi wrote extensively on the importance of cleanliness, including shaving. Personal hygiene was emphasized in the hadiths, the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, leading to a culture that valued regular grooming. Islamic razors during this time were often more advanced than their European counterparts, reflecting the region's broader advancements in science and technology. By the 18th century, the straight razor, or cutthroat razor, became the tool of choice for those who could afford it. These razors, with their long, exposed blades, required skill and practice to use effectively. They were made from high-quality steel and often featured intricate designs on the handles, showcasing the craftsmanship of their makers. The process of shaving with a straight razor was a ritual in itself, involving lathering the face with soap, using a brush made from badger hair, stretching the skin taut, and then carefully gliding the blade across the face. Barbers became highly respected professionals, trusted with the delicate task of shaving their clients' faces. The barber's chair was a place where men could relax, engage in conversation, and leave feeling rejuvenated. The straight razor remained the dominant shaving tool for over a century, symbolizing both elegance and danger. The real revolution in shaving came at the turn of the 20th century with the invention of the safety razor by King C. Gillette. In 1901, Gillette, along with William Nickerson, created the first safety razor with a disposable blade. This innovation made shaving safer, more convenient, and affordable for the masses. The razor's design featured a protective guard that prevented deep cuts, a stark contrast to the potentially dangerous straight razors. Gillette's marketing genius and the practicality of his invention quickly made the safety razor a household staple. Gillette's safety razor changed the shaving game entirely. It allowed men to shave at home with minimal risk of injury. The disposable blades were thin and sharp, designed to be replaced regularly, ensuring a consistently close shave. This not only revolutionized personal grooming, but also created a new business model based on recurring purchases of razor blades. Gillette's slogan, "The best a man can get," became synonymous with quality and innovation in shaving technology. As we moved into the latter half of the 20th century, disposable razors became the norm. Companies like Bic and Schick introduced affordable, single-use razors that offered convenience without the need for maintenance. These razors were typically made from plastic with a single fixed blade and were designed to be used a few times and then discarded. This shift towards disposability reflected broader trends in consumer culture, emphasizing convenience and ease of use. The introduction of multi-blade razors in the 1970s by companies like Gillette once again transformed the shaving industry. These razors promised a closer shave with less irritation, thanks to the multiple blades that lifted and cut hair progressively. The Gillette Track 2, introduced in 1971, was the first two-blade razor and set the stage for the multi-blade systems that followed. By the 1990s, the Gillette Mach 3, with its three-blade system, became a global sensation, further cementing the brand's dominance. In recent years, we've seen the rise of electric razors and trimmers, catering to a variety of grooming needs. Modern razors now feature everything from pivoting heads to lubricating strips, designed to provide the most comfortable shaving experience possible. Companies like Philips, Braun, and Panasonic have developed advanced electric shavers that offer convenience and precision. These devices often come with multiple attachments and settings, allowing users to customize their grooming routines. And there you have it, the incredible journey of the razor and razor blade through history. From ancient copper tools to today's high-tech gadgets, shaving has come a long way. It's a perfect example of how human ingenuity and the quest for comfort and convenience drive innovation. The evolution of the razor reflects broader changes in society, technology, and culture, highlighting how something as simple as a shave can be deeply intertwined with our history and identity. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of shaving. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.